What an unbelievable play!
Oh my goodness, this one had a little bit of everything.
It's a great day. We got football, baby.
I got you on this one.
It's a pleasure, man. I like that.
He makes big plays. Take me through today's game.
What does he need to do to win it?
That's priceless. You can't get that from a lot of people. Ready? I'm ready to go.
He was a can't-miss football player.
I'm coming hard.
The guy has been able to do it all.
Caught! Touchdown!
Can we talk football?
The NFL draft is officially open. Those franchises are building around those young quarterbacks.
Hey, what a catch!
It is all on the line.
The Patriots have won their 6th Super Bowl title.
Preseason action kicks off hours from now right here on NFL Network. Jets, Giants, Darnold, Quinnen. Everybody cannot wait to see Daniel Jones as well out there on the field. Will Selva's where he is always in Culver City, dishing out news. What's going on?
Absolutely. What's going on, Kay and GMFB fam? We start in Santa Clara, California, where the 49ers will open their preseason Saturday night against the Cowboys with their number 2 overall pick. Watching from the sidelines, NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport is reporting an MRI revealed Nick Bosa suffered an ankle sprain in practice on Wednesday. Bosa also injured his hamstring during the 49ers OTA workouts back in May. Bosa has been impressing teammates with his explosiveness in practice, with GM John Lynch adding that he's exceeded expectations so far in camp. Corner Jason Fournette also suffering a minor ankle sprain in Wednesday's practice. Both Bosa and Fournette's ankle injuries, though, are not expected to be serious. Now, the ankle injury bug also visiting the Steelers on Wednesday. Cornerback Joe Hayden carted off after suffering an ankle sprain. Hayden will sit out Pittsburgh's preseason opener against the Buccaneers Friday night. The 10th-year corner will have his injury status updated after Friday's game. Jameis Winston has a lot to prove in 2019 as he enters the final year of his rookie deal. Bucs head coach Bruce Arians has seen consistency from Winston as well as improved footwork. Our own Kurt Warner sat down with Winston as he prepares for his make-or-break season with the Bucs.
What are the things that you're going into this season going, I have to get better at this to prove to everybody, but more importantly, my teammates and my organization, that I'm that franchise guy?
My approach is simple. Really just working on my feet and just executing. I think that's the easiest thing. It may sound cliche, but just doing my job and not trying to take on other roles, just playing the quarterback role and perfecting that.
Rhett Lewis also there. We should mention that the last 4 teams to hire Bruce Arians has an OC or head coach average 5 more wins and almost 6 points per game more in Arians' first season. So BA definitely makes a difference, and Winston hopes that will indeed be the case in Tampa.
No Adam Humphries. No Deshaun Jackson, but hopefully they can get that run game going as well. Thank you so much, Will Selva, for the updates. We've got a big game tonight, 2 of them actually on NFL Network, but it's time for some big deal or no big deal. We have to talk about this Antonio Brown story.
Yeah.
So Ian Rappaport, our NFL Network insider, saying that he's day-to-day, he sustained actual frostbite on his feet because he didn't wear the socks, the cryogenic therapy socks. You go into the cryo chamber, you have to protect your feet. I guess he didn't. So is it a big deal or no big deal that Antonio Brown is day-to-day for the Raiders at camp?
What do you got?
Big deal. Are you kidding? This is the most ridiculous story of the offseason. It's even more ridiculous than him sitting in the barbershop with LeBron James airing out his grievances on Ben Roethlisberger.
It's more than that?
This is... you get the new contract, you get traded, Mr. Therapy, Mr. Training. We're watching you on Instagram all the time, and that's your moneymaker, not your mouth, not your touchdown, your feet. That's what he is. He's Mr. Tony Toe Tap. Like this, that's like if I was doing some crazy, exercise with my mouth when I'm running my mouth all day and I suddenly couldn't use it, and I'm saying, but I'm still the best. That scares me, and the fact he isn't practicing at full speed, and the fact that NFL Films has all access, and they're on a hot air balloon with him, and at Hard Knocks we got all the kids, we're doing all these things, and yet We don't have a diagnosis on what's wrong with his feet. Yeah, it's a big deal. I'm out. This is scary to me.
I would normally side with you.
All right,
and when I hear all this stuff, I'm with you too. Like, yeah, it feels like a big deal. You're on Hard Knocks. You got a chance to basically rewrite the way that the season ended for you last year in Antonio Brown. But I'm going to go the other way here.
Okay.
I'm going to go no big deal because Antonio Brown doesn't need practice right now. He's going to have plenty of time. What we're talking about is his hypodermis, right? We're talking about his skin. This will heal. This too shall pass.
I don't care why he's not on the field. I don't care. The feet thing is scary. It's about him not being on the field. Let me just counteract what you're saying. You can respond to this. Gruden said this in the Hard Knocks episode, and it really stuck out to me. When he practices, talk about Antonio Brown. When he practices, he elevates everybody. He elevates the defense because they don't want to look bad, and the receivers that are playing with him don't want to look bad. So I don't care. You know, the cryo stuff. That's a whole other story. Him not being on the field right now, absolutely a big deal.
Mm-hmm. I think to your point, it definitely makes that team better. He will be there. This is not something like, hey, he's out for months. Okay. So I feel like he's missed time right now.
The circus is in town.
Like cool hot air balloon, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah, maybe you want to put on those little booties when you get in the chamber. It's ironic that you're trying to do something to help your body and you hurt it. It's like choking on vitamins or like slipping at the juice bar, right? Or like, I got a flu shot and I hurt my shoulder. Like, dude, put on the booties when a classic pianist wears gloves all the time to protect their feet. Like, Peter, you are Tony Toe Tap. Put on the booties. Get the hell out on the field. What the hell is this? Nonsense. This is Gus Frerotte headbutting the wall.
It's really unfortunate. It's like getting hurt doing a promo for a show or something.
That's what I'm saying.
I was going to bring that up. I'm so glad you didn't make
I leave it all on the field. And I came to work 11 days later.
You were doing something for the team.
I know.
That's right, for the team.
Put on the booties.
I know.
Week 17, you were there for
that.
Right.
The big deal is apparently he didn't see the sign.
There's a name I want to bring up right now that we have not talked about on the show pretty much all offseason. The name is Leonard Fournette. Coming off what it was a disappointing 2018 showing. He missed 8 games. He caught some criticism from the VP of Football Ops, Tom Coughlin. We saw him throw a punch. It was all very weird. But he's saying that he wants to put it behind him. At least that's what he told the Florida Times-Union, saying, quote, I came back in better shape and my mind was good without distractions. I had to change my mindset coming into camp, trying to grasp everything and push my body. I also pushed my brain in thinking more. Big deal or no big deal, Kyle Brandt, that Fournette's getting what I've considered to be rave reviews throughout training camp so far.
Yeah, no big deal. The talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Dan Hansa says this great yearly column on NFL.com about the cliches of training camp, and they're in the best shape of their life, and they've got the new perspective, and blah, blah, blah. I want to see it in the first series of the first game. Get out there and run like you can. Last year was an embarrassment. I'm glad he has an enlightenment and everything. Talk is cheap. Not until I see it.
I'm gonna zag while you guys are zigging. All right, I'm saying this is a big deal, and here's why. We talked about Leonard Fournette and his conditioning. We've talked about him and his off-the-field stuff. He had a little drama last year. Here's why this is a big deal for this offense. All right, Nick Foles, they finally have the guy that can make these big throws. Leonard Fournette is going to benefit from this as well. You know how many passes he caught last year? Okay, he's not been on any of your running back lists because he caught 22 balls the entire season last year.
Not in this era.
So Leonard Fournette, one of the things that came out with this report was that they've been throwing him the rock over and over and over again. His skills as a receiving running back are going to be glorified with Nick Foles at quarterback, and I think that is a big deal for this offense.
Yeah, I'll say big deal because I'm looking at Ezekiel Elliott down in Dallas, who was the 4th overall pick a few years back and is now in this very heated contract negotiation. And guess who was the 4th overall pick the following year?
Lenny Fournette?
Leonard Fournette. So it's now or never Fournette. If Ezekiel Elliott can't get the big payday, what is Leonard Fournette going to do? You better be in the best shape of your life. You better be serving as a veteran leader, and you better bring it because, to Sean's point, John DeFilippo's offense, it's not always run. You got to catch the ball, too.
You're right. 2017, he was putting up over 100 yards a game. He had those 13 touchdowns in just 10 games played. He's coming behind Dalvin Cook and Nick Chubb in fantasy right now. NFL.com has him as the 13th running back. I think that's exactly where he should be going.
Step it up, Leo.
Step it up. Hopefully we see that on the field. As Kyle says, talk is cheap. Yeah. Last one here. I've unearthed some footage from the archives at NFL Films that desperately needs to be seen and heard.
Game day first, Sunday morning, 7 to 9 on NFL Network. It's a fantasy rap, so you don't get left. Listen up.
Get him, Sean. Drop back and release the pass. Matty Ice, the Colts can't defend the pass. Take your seats and prepare for class. Don't neglect Jones or you'll end up last. On fleek, get your beat defeat. Check the skins last 5 for a real bad streak. Hit tweet, friend request receipt. Don't delete, chalk can trick, West on the Chiefs. Romo avoids the rush, finds Dez complete, full stride on the run. Breaks a man, he could go 30, 20, 10, touchdown. Watkins will help you win your week. 60 cent, don't forget that you heard it from me. Your points low, your picks the worst. Hey, wake up, tune in to Game Day first.
Great show.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Oh,
What's up,
yeah.
Sean?
Those were the vocal stylings of Sean O'Hara.
That was you rapping.
No, that was 60 Cent.
That's
Yeah.
60
That's your
cents.
handle?
2 quarters and a dime.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, just dropping dimes left
I
and
like
right.
Fruity
was a
Pebbles in
gem.
a major way.
It's kind
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why I'm sitting in Nate's seat, right?
Okay.
Because Nate loves to drop bars. That was a
That
couple
said,
years ago.
big deal or no big deal, Sean O'Hara is the best rapper that's ever sat in this seat.
Oh, okay, I love it.
Wow.
I love it.
I think it's big, and if Nate was here, I think he'd be running third. Actually, I think I've mopped the floor with him a few times. You don't see a lot of big bearded Irish rappers, do you, Sean? But like you're really forging the way for them.
No,
Huge.
but, yeah, Zach Brown band, he can make some rhymes.
No,
You
I
tell
don't
me. I don't know.
Big deal. Nate is currently in the midst of performing what I think we could say it. Nate is working on an NFL season opening rap song right now.
Of course he is.
He's filming a video. Check his Instagram, all that stuff. But Sean is doing the work. I'll tell you what, Sean, that rap you had about Tony Romo and Chanderick West,
Hey.
it got me going.
Chanderick.
Or Chuck
Kendrick?
Yeah. You know what's a big deal? It's a big
Spencer
deal
Ware
that
rhymes.
these skills are being lost and that Nate has not invited me to come on his rap video.
I don't know if that's
Yeah.
true.
Why would you not want 60 Cent to be a part of?
Make a rap about Ryan Terrain, and then you'll bring you right in, baby.
Does he not want to show love to the big fellas?
This is a true rapper competition going on between
Okay.
you and Nate
I
Burleson.
think it's
We're going to
rapper's
talk
delight.
about a quarterback competition in the nation's capital.
Let's
After
do it.
this, Jay Gruden, how's he handling the rookie QB? Is he doing it the right way? The depth